Actually, yeah, it is. I thought it wasn't recording. I'm like, I just fixed this. All right, and welcome to the ADLR Podcast. I am your host, ADLR, with brother Brian. And we got Zen 5 Roundel here.
Oh.
Sounded like you belched there. He's like, and yeah. If you guys haven't heard by now, this is the penultimate episode. I am putting up the coat hanger? Putting the coat up in the hanger?
Hanging up the coat.
Hanging up the coat. Not to say that the channel is being shut down or anything. This has been always open. Brian has access to the channel. I think so does Javi. If you guys want to pick up something and start uploading, by all means, be my guest. Yeah, I have access.
So a couple of questions that the audience wants to know, because I got like some emails and stuff. So they already want to know.
Okay.
He's reading chat.
Yeah, he's reading chat.
Yeah, I'm reading chat.
Go for it.
So they want to know that, does this mean that if like a good game comes out and it's multiplayer, that they won't see us stream a multiplayer game together ever again? You want to know, is that like...
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm just not doing...
So there's a possibility that you will still stream or post videos of us playing games together.
I mean, yeah, because Brian records,
included.
Brian streams.
You included.
Not my POV.
You included.
Okay. I would be in the Discord call playing and stuff, but me uploading or editing and stuff, nah. For the most part, I mean, the chances... What is that meme? That,
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, there's another one that Randall showed me, or like TikTok showed me, where it's like, it's not zero, or it's not impossible, or it's possible, but it's not zero, or something like that.
Well, there's 99% of a chance, but it's not 100.
Yeah, something like that. But the one you showed me was like a scary one. Like the cat was gonna stab someone or something.
Yeah, it's like there's 99% of the chance that you aren't safe, but not 100%.
Okay, something like that. But yeah, it's my day to day, my week. My week is not gonna be streaming, right? That makes sense.
They seem to be disgruntled with your response, but I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could... It's moving so fast that the chat is not updating. It just still says the 3 things on there.
You still gonna do the 24-hour?
Janetta brought that up too, and that was a very good question, because I did not think about that. I think I still will be doing that, because that's beyond me doing my day-to-day. That's actually for charity, right? So
why don't you say... Oh, I'm sorry. This is the suggestion from the chat.
Chat's continue. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. They're saying, why don't you just, call it you're taking a break.
Because it's
a long-winded break until the foreseeable future of, I don't know, a game or something comes out and you want to play, either play with your friends or, I don't know, maybe TF3.
Titanfall 3?
No.
I don't know. That's kind of like false hope. I'm not really into that. Like, that's like, oh, just stand by and we'll see. Like, it's like, no, move on.
False hope. Just like, you're not saying no.
But I'm also not saying yes. And that's, to me, it's like false.
And that's fine. But it's not no.
Okay, but I mentioned, like, the question was the extra life one. Definitely. I love doing it every year. So I think that's something I'm still going to be doing. Because that's just fun and it's for a good fucking cause. So, excuse my French. So definitely the 24 hours is still on, because that's for charity. That's beneficial for, the children. But besides that, no, I don't. I might appear in, like, if Brian continues to do Salt After Dark or something, I might just be in the chat.
Last week.
Okay.
What, you're stopping too?
Yeah, I mean, the whole point I joined this channel was to do content together.
Yeah.
If you're not doing it, then I'm not going to start over and do my own channel. I've started over way too many times. I'm kind of done with that.
That makes sense. Hold on. The chat needs to take he's taking a breather right now. Oh, never mind. I hear some shake my heads inaudible in audio format. I also learned how to, like, quite recently, I just learned how to type lip smacking. Like, it's MMCHT. And I'm like, that is insane. I have never used it before. I want to use it now. So you might be getting just lip smacks from now on. Anywho. Yeah, that was a big thing today, as of this recording, which would be Monday. But if you're listening to it on a podcast, it happened earlier in the week. Should have been here. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, if Brian's not doing anything else, then yeah, it'll just be the content will still be there. Discord server's still gonna be up, but still gonna be sharing stuff on there. I'll be on there on voice chats, just hanging out, playing games on like weekends and stuff. I've been doing that a few times, just hanging out in chat, playing Fortnite or something.
What exactly does that mean?
Like the Discord, like hanging out. You know how sometimes we're here on the weekends, I'm just playing. I'm just hanging out in the voice chat. So sometimes Johan joins.
So unless you join that chat, they can't hear you or see you play.
Correct. It's just hanging out, Brian or Randall. Had to do one more in there. Get your name mixed up one more time. Any other questions I need to field from the chat? Hello?
Well, I'm just going to have to walk off into the fog like Humphrey.
I don't know what that reference is, man.
Humphrey Bogart.
I'm going to look it up.
It's Terry's brother.
Oh, I don't know anything about. Is that from King of Fighters?
No, man. It's a movie.
Damn, I fucking got me.
I forget the name of the movie. It happens like at the end of the movie.
Humphrey Bogart.
It's like a scene where it's like a dude, two dudes and a chick, and one of the
Oh, Casablanca. When did you say that?
Yeah, I couldn't, for whatever reason, I couldn't remember the name. But anyway, like he walks. So you're familiar with the story, then?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm like, who the heck is Humphrey Bogart, dude? Yeah, we're just into the fog, you know. Not like it's not like we won't cross paths, right? It just won't be in a public space. Make sense? Brian, do you have any questions from the chat, or you're all set?
My chat says, does it look better than 1 or 2? So I don't know.
Oh, hold on.
Answer that.
2.
Okay. Somehow they already responded 3 or 4.
Oh, 3.
And then they said 1 or 3.
3.
Okay, now they diagnosed you as blind.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Well, like I mentioned, this will be. Oh, this is not the last one. Next week's will be the last one. Didn't want to just like quickly.
Someone hit me up with another question.
Go for it. I'd like to field questions.
So they want to know, what do you plan to do with your ungrateful free time? I didn't write that.
Oh, it just came. That's chat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been already spinning my wheels. Like I'm like, now I have time. I can maybe fuck around with some game engines, right? And put something together. Or I still got to set up the server here. So once I'm done with that, then I'll be good to try other things, or just hang out for a bit, but get busy.
I don't know how they knew about this, but some dude wrote in the chat. He was like, "So are you planning on working on planting on game with Randall.
Randall,
In the,
I'm pretty sure
in
you
the
were at
Unreal Engine 5 game. Unreal Engine 5.
You good?
I'm just because the chat is going so fast. I can't keep up. So
Got it.
I keep scrolling, and every time I scroll, it like moves again. So
well, Randall knows that I was down for Platinum 3. That he said he was in the middle of making the house, making the other stuff. So, right?
okay.
Now that was I don't think that was ever shot down. From what I remember. Right? Or am I miss?
So they want to know. So is that your answer? You're just gonna be messing around with stuff?
Yeah, and if something comes, if I get this is now my R&D time.
You're laughing?
Yeah, my Doom. You thought it was bad before? You thought it was good before? No. I'm adding MODOK now.
You already had MODOK.
Shit, no, I never had MODOK.
Played MODOK Doom Scroll is what you played.
And I'm gonna mod in Joker.
You already played Joker.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta start practicing with Rashid again.
Stop. I don't like that character in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, you love him.
I was watching some gameplay maybe a couple of days ago. It was Rashid versus God. I think they were fighting Daigo. And I was like, this dude looks exactly like Anthony. Like if Anthony was a Street Fighter character, this is totally Anthony. He's like running around like he's on acid all over the screen.
No, acid slows you down, I think, bro. I don't think that's it because he's really quick, right?
It slows you down. I thought it was a pick me up.
I thought acid was a downer.
I don't know. I think acid.
I thought it was a pick me up.
I think of that one guy from Scrubs who does fucking heavy metal air drumming while driving. That's what I think when I hear acid.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I don't know why I thought acid was a downer.
I mean, I'm only bronze in Valorant, so really, I wouldn't take what I say for granted.
That's fair. What was I gonna say? But what are we talking about? How do we already fucking get off course here?
We're talking about
Rashid. Yeah.
The lab with Rashid.
No, definitely not. I can probably lab Strive now. I have yet to play it.
Play Valentine more.
And Skullgirls too. I mean, I haven't even tried Umbrella. I doubt she'll be my main though. Because she's definitely not a Rushdown character, right?
She has a bunch of... You don't like meters, and she has another meter.
I'm good. Thank you. I'll pass. You guys know I just like hitting buttons, right? I like running in there, no plan buttons, right?
Big Ben has a parry like third strike if you press forward. So I don't know why you don't play.
What's the window like? Is it like Tekken's window where it's like super?
It's like third strike.
Oh,
that's one of the things that I didn't figure this out until recently. I absolutely like it gets under my skin. I hate that sound so much.
I'm sorry, what sound?
Third strike parry or Street Fighter 3 parry?
This.
We can't hear it, homie.
You can't hear it?
You say this and it was just silence. Okay, dude.
Did you hear it?
You just whip your balls out?
Yeah.
Really good? No. I'm talking about people button mashing, man. Like I hate that. Like,
I
was watching some dude play Elden Ring, and like he's like button mashing, and I'm like, isn't this the game that's supposed to be like based on precision with your attacks, so that you don't get bodied?
I think so. Every time I've seen any clip from like a boss battle from that game, I'm fucking terrified. Like when I start that game, I'm just gonna have I'm gonna be crying blood the entire time. There was one dude, I think you guys already know her name and everything, but it's like some chick with a sword. But before it fades, she's in your face already. It's like she has like cutscene with like a monologue or something. Oh, I don't know if Brian, I don't know. I've just seen a clip. Fade. It's still fading to your character, like you're about to play. Boom, right in your face, about to attack you.
Oh, you talking about the lady with the sword?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. The guy with some lady with a sword, and she just goes at you. That's how we know, Brian. That's all I've known. And then the clip is just everyone getting scared shitless and they die in 2 hits.
Yeah, she's a beast. You should see the cutscene of her fighting some dude, this big dude.
Well, I mean, we can't spoil
So
it.
now I know exactly who this is now.
Have you fought him already?
Oh,
No.
what's her name? Is it Mary or something like
It's
that?
probably Millennia. If that's her
Millennia,
first-
that's her.
You basically you said the one plot point that solidified who it was.
Which is what?
The swordswoman who fought a really big dude.
And you already
Who's the really big dude?
Radon.
So did you see that?
Yeah, did you fight
cutscene?
it?
I didn't see the cut. I didn't fight her, but the game gives you lore as you play. And the only thing that I know so far is that she fought him to a standstill.
Then that guy
Oh,
must
I don't
be-
know if this is part of the game. I know I saw this in like a it was like a fully rendered video, like a what do you call it?
like a pre-rendered.
Yeah, it was a pre-rendered. It was in gameplay. It was like they were talking. It was like somebody narrating or whatever. It was like something that they put together for the trailer. I think it was before the game came. But the dude you talking about, if you're talking about the same dude, that jump was crazy.
And you have to
He's
fight both of those people in the game?
Not at once.
Oh.
I mean, I'm assuming not at once. I don't know. I haven't fought her yet.
There's no way.
I fought
Because-
Radon.
That dude is huge. And he has 2 swords that's like bigger than you, bigger than your character.
Whoa, Randall, we ain't comparing sizes right now. Oh, Randall, I don't know if you, from what you saw you said swords. I don't know if you've been watching. I mean, you saw a little bit while we were watching Demon Slayer. You gotta watch that show, man. I know it's about demons stuff, but you gotta watch it. It's fucking awesome.
Pretty interesting that I guess they were antagonists. I don't really know, but like how they showed their backstory, the brother and sister.
Yeah, they seem to be. I guess we can jump into that, but
I actually felt bad for them. Well, yeah, I felt bad for them because their situation didn't seem like they woke up one day. It was like, I'm gonna be evil. It was just a what do you call it? A victim of circumstance.
that's kind of what happens throughout most of the show. Also, most of the demons they fight are that they'll either beat them or something, and then their backstory comes up, and it's just they've had it super rough, and then obviously the bad guy offers them, or someone from the bad people goes like, we can offer you power and stuff, right?
Is it the same guy offering everybody? Or was it different
for the
people?
most part? But then he has an entire like org of people that go out and do it, so they can see people. Let's try and recruit them. They give them blood from that the main dude has gotten it. If their body accepts it, they become demon. If not, they die.
Is that what the upper 6 is?
The upper 6, I think, is the ranking. Yeah, that's like the crew right before the main dude. If I'm not mistaken, there's I think upper 6 and lower 6, right?
I think so.
So once they body the lower and upper 6, I guess the only captain or lieutenant or whatever is the main baddie, which Brian calls.
So is only 3 people part of the team, or is it?
No,
more?
from the Demon
Is it
Slayers.
dude and oh boy.
Oh no,
Can't
that's
remember his name.
those are young guys. Like they're not nothing. They're training to become
they're
the
team up.
you know the white haired guy that was with them.
Yeah,
He's
the one that was beat up.
Yeah, he's what is it, Hashira, and that's like an upper echelon Slayer. Like there's only like what 12
It's
of
like a
them.
master of their breathing, basically.
Yeah. So there's elite versions of them, and he's one of them. And like at the end of last season, you kind of get quick glimpses of a lot of them, and there's like so many. I'm like, I need to see what they can do.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
But the story is following the dude in green and yellow.
Correct.
And his sister.
Yeah. Because of how the show starts. Like his sister was turned to a demon, but she still has like a connection to him, so he's sort of been tempering her until like this season, and then she went buck wild in this.
Wait, so she's not human anymore? She looked human to me.
No, she's a demon.
What? So is that why she can't talk?
I think so. And he's trying to find a way to bring her like I think he's trying to find a way to get her to revert. So she's along for the ride. But she's also really strong, so because of the demon powers. I guess we might as well just jump into it. We ended up watching, what is it, Entertainment District Arc?
Mm-hmm.
Which takes place, like, right after the Mugen Train movie / arc, because they sort of made it like a series as well. But since we saw the movie, we just went right into the into the next season, the next part of the season, because it was only like 11 episodes, right? 11, 12 episodes.
11.
So, I mean, if you saw the movie, you know what state we're in, right? It takes place right after that. They thought it was a cool idea to just replay the last part of the fucking movie over and over for whatever reason. Anyway, I think they time skipped like what, 4 months of training? Is that what it was?
Yeah, 4 months.
They all get fucking swole. They all get fucking abs. And that's how much training they undergo. Zenitsu
Personality changes as well.
Yeah, some personality changes. Zenitsu actually doesn't like complain as much. He can stay, looks like, in the sleep state a lot longer now. Like he did an entire fight sleeping, which was really cool. Sleepwalking, whatever you want to call it. And what's the name, became more aggressive, and then like I guess his body, did he do that in the first season when he was like he can move his organs or whatever?
I don't remember.
More aggressive. Inosuke, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, they get recruited by Inoue? No. What's his name?
Uzui.
Uzui, which is one of the Hashira that we mentioned earlier.
Lord Tengen Izui, I think his name is.
Yeah, Lord Tengen. To go on a mission to the entertainment district, where he has 3 wives undercover, trying to find the demon that's there in that entertainment district. And then like the show starts really quickly, which is a plus. There was no, I don't remember, I think like the first episode had some downtime, but it was just like catching us up with the time skip and things like that. But once it starts and it's just, the pacing is great. For 11 or 12 episodes, didn't waste my time, which I liked. There was a few, what is it about Naruto swing episodes, or
yeah, swing set fucking flashbacks or whatever.
Well, they did a bunch of flashbacks of like, oh, when I was the same thing Tanjiro sees again with his like dead family and stuff, and I'm like, we get it. But besides that, the pacing's awesome. I forgot how great the art and animation is. That it still excels. It looks great, super vibrant. They use 3D really in very specific spots where it actually makes sense. Action sequences are awesome. And then there's, I think there's one where I got caught in 4K talking shit about Tanjiro, and then he hits us with some crazy move, and I'm just like,
fake rainbow.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, he did something cool. The villains this time around were cool too. I liked the different fight styles, with like what's her name being like the zoner, and him being the quick / rush down, I guess, because he didn't really have. Oh, I guess the poison.
He zoned as well. He's poison. He had the blood shit that he can. The sonic booms he can aim.
You're right.
It's just he was quick as fuck.
Yeah. And then of course the new Hashira that we were introduced, Lord Tengen. He's got fucking muscular mice as henchmen. Fucking best character, I'm telling you. He loves everything to be flashy. He, which is great, because a lot of his move sets is flashy stuff. Audio was awesome. During the fight scenes, there's like, it's the katana swings are awesome. There's a lot of flame attacks, flame breathing. The lightning still hits every time. When Zenitsu hits his fucking one move that he does, and he even powered it up this season, and it just, every time I hear that lightning flash, and then they animated it really well. It's like it hits hard every time, and it's great. Same with Inosuke's like jagged edged knives and stuff, and his acrobatic skills are like insane. He is air combos. Like, that guy can flip around, dodge shit. It was really cool. What else? What's his sister's name? Nezuko had a decent like pop off moment, which is really cool. Because she's definitely a kicker. Like, she's literally the demon Chun-Li. She didn't use anything but just her legs, and just kicking the shit out of the fucking enemy, which is awesome. Tanjiro definitely got stronger. He went into like blood oath mode. He went into some mode where he was just on. Like he was attacking and attacking and attacking, doing crazy combos. The person was shook the entire time when he hit that whatever mode that was. I don't know if he actually mentioned what it was, or he just held his breath or did the breathing wrong. I don't know what it was. That shit was dope. That's all I can say. The fight scenes definitely delivered. Like Randall was saying earlier, the backstory for the villains was pretty good. I enjoyed that they dedicated like the most I think like the penultimate episode, almost like the entire thing, so you can kind of grasp what they went through. What else? I don't know. I just had a fantastic time watching it. But I don't know if you want to add on since you watched watched it all together.
The complaint I had of this season is that it's shonen is showing a lot more, and
yeah,
the biggest complaint plot wise is they went there until everything was okay at the end. When certain part happens, and I'm like, to the point where when something big happened to the point where I'm in denial. I'm like, oh well, clearly this is why this happened, and then they cut to no, this is really what happened, and then after that it goes, nah, everyone's okay though. That was like it became at that point. I saw the shonen rear its head more than I wanted it to, and then I was like, well, at least these fight scenes are cool.
I could agree with you on that. I forgot about that. Where we thought there was no plot armor, and then there was plot armor, and I'm like, okay, well, that sucks. But it was like one of those like devastating moments where like, oh shit, the hero's like lost again, right? And I'm like, no way this is how this season ending, right? We're not living through this shit again, right? And then they're like, no, we're not. And I'm like, okay, well, you could have sort of let me live with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I probably would have stopped watching the show. Because you're not going to give me two characters I fucking like right back to back and then do what you need to do, right?
They didn't even need to... They reeled everything back. If they would have left something like when the stab happens and everybody shut the hell up because of like that just happened.
Yeah.
If only he didn't come back. Okay. I'm okay with this. Is enough of a sacrifice to keep me invested in this whole plot.
And that no one's safe. Like having the no one's safe. After the movie, I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna lose characters I like, right? So this happened. I'm like, that character wasn't like I like him, but he's not like my top, right? So when it happened, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, damn, I thought this guy's gonna be like the Vegeta of the fucking thing and be here till the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it happened, and I'm like, whoa.
The strategy that happened beforehand, I'm like, that's what I would have done. Do this to stall until the fight ends, and then they show it as if you fucked yourself because now you're by yourself, and then that happens, and then basically the roof kept collapsing, and then after a while it's like, no, this house still works. I don't know.
All right, I definitely agree with you on that. I don't know if there was any other gripes. That was a big one, but
that part of it and the fact that out of nowhere, just hey, for no reason now they're really strong for no reason in this certain way. It's like, oh, he unlocked Super Saiyan now. He went, oh, now he's Ultra Instinct now, just for the sake of the fight continuing.
There was a bunch of that, especially with like Tanjiro. Like he got a huge cut where he was losing blood, became Johto status, where it's just water.
Like Bleach. Yeah, it's like Bleach, where you go get his whole asshole replaced, and then he's like, bunk.
And I'm like, there's no way you have energy right now. He cut a good portion of your body, dude. He should be literally unconscious. Like, I don't know. It could. I mean, you can chalk it up to like adrenaline or something, but there's a point of no return in terms of blood loss, right? But I mean, it's a show about demons and shit, so you kind of have to.
Yeah, I'm not saying it has to be one of the real life, but there's times where it'd be like, slow it down. Like he's that cut. Give him the Goku's not on screen. That means he's recovering while this rest of this fight is something like that. But instead, they're like, while he's barely one piece, he's KO Ken now.
Yeah, that's basically what he enabled, and he went like.
And so And not to complain that how many things how many buffs he got in that one long ass fight. The parts where instead of him just having to form, for Plat's sake, when he was like, hey, if I can combine these two strats and use them, like when he was labbing it, and he's like, oh, I can do these two things, or wait, this is better for defense. Like when he was labbing that part, I like that because that's what I praised the first season being off of, where they skipped the whole training arc, like unlike other animes the shonens do, where they focus on the training part. They condense it, kind of like Ant-Man, which is a plus I gave to that. The training part quick, so because they're gonna train, so then move on, and then it became how do I beat it became JoJo, where it's like, wait, well, how do I beat this asshole? Oh, and then move on. It was he was already he's talented, now just apply it.
Yeah.
But then this one was like, he's I mean, this way stronger than him. He shouldn't survive it. Oh, but he's talented. Oh, he got cut Diablo. He has to take a back seat. Oh, he's Goku now. And then in between that, it was like, oh, but if I'm smart and talented, I can apply myself. And then after that, oh, but now even though he had a hook in the mouth, he's Goku now, so he finished this.
Yeah, that was sick. That was a crazy. I'm like, I thought he like got him. Like, well,
I just wish they. And it's the same complaint with other shows, and especially like my MCU complaint. If you're not willing to go there, don't pretend you're willing to go there for the story.
It's like fake suspense, right? It's just not fake, but like
it's cool in the moment when oh shit, they really snapped them all, Diablo, right? But then once you undo that, there's less weight to carry in this world now.
What do you mean? Black Widow's gone.
Yeah, but not half of the fucking
MCU.
Yeah. We get most of them back. Black Widow, well, we got a cooler sister out of this whole thing.
That's true.
Who else died? What's her name? Gamora died.
Yeah.
Well, we got another one that ran off.
Quite literally a copy.
So and then from there on out, if someone dies, it's always I think you just come. You're less invested because at any point
there's no stakes.
They could just undo it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas JoJo, what's funny too. So JoJo usually, oh, you like this guy? No, he's not alive anymore. But then JoJo was like, oh, he died, and then it's like JK. They double baited because we saw him again. Like these fuckers. I guess nothing matters. And then right after that, before a fight starts, someone gets taken out, and then someone fights him. Yeah. I was like,
I think they did that on purpose because they were like, I think they're getting too used to not getting attached. So they're like, let's let them know that some people are safe. No, you're not. I'm just JK.
This guy isn't some of them.
Yeah. Johan in the chat with watermelon. Appreciate it.
So those are my complaints, but even the complaints narratively, looking at that show is experiencing like the fight scenes and all that, even leading up to that final fight and those parts that I had complaints in.
Mm-hmm.
The way they're laying out like the world building and all that I thought was really cool.
Same.
It was just that when they showed too much shonen for me, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But everything else, visually, audible or like audio wise, voice acting. I said visual already. The storytelling before that, I was chef's kiss.
We saw it with Japanese. The English dub was already out, but we saw it in Japanese.
In Japanese, yeah.
So we're crediting the Japanese voice. Not that the English ones are bad, just didn't even bother to hear it. So, what was I gonna say? I don't know. I definitely recommend it. If you like the first season and the movie, it picks up right after the movie, and they hit the ground running. So there's a lot of there's a lot of comedy in this one, but that's not overbearing. Like it's comedy in the beginning because they're setting up the villains and things like that. But once like the villain plays his hand or shows his hand, it's nonstop until the battle's over. So, and it's a good 6-episode fight, and a lot. And it's not. And the good thing is it's not talking. It's not Dragon Ball 6 episodes where they power up, hit a few times, talk. Right. A lot of it is a lot of fucking dodging, defending yourself, getting attacked. Things like that. So it's actually action happening. So it's a cool fight.
Good emotion.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. Randall, again, I know you don't like the demon stuff, but I highly recommend watching this show. It's really
They
cool.
kill demons, dude.
Yeah, like this will be up your like they do the Lord's work, right? It's really, really satisfying. And then brace yourself for the movie. That's all I can say.
Brace myself for what?
The movie. It's higher budget, so like the quality is like crazy.
Oh.
I'm excited for more to come.
Same.
Before this season came out and they showed all the Hashira in the first season, big guy, baby boy who just keeps crying but he's like in like monk stance was alright, and then the lore they give you in this season where he's like explaining, I might not be this guy or this guy in terms of the Hashira, but I've gone through my shit. When he's like, as he was describing the Hashira, they're showing him, and it shows the one that's like the mist one that I thought was a lady, but it's just a really pretty guy.
Yeah.
When the thing he says when it shows him was, I'm not like this guy who became a Hashira when he picked up the sword 2 months ago. So in 2 months he became a Hashira. I want to see what the fuck he does.
He's probably
So
fucking strong, dude.
Him and big guy, I'm excited to see.
That's crazy. It's dope. Highly recommend.
0 out of 10.
How many arcs is there? Like, is the manga done, or is that still being written?
I don't know. I want to say I think it's still written, but I don't
I'm gonna
know.
look that up real quick. Demon Slayer arcs. Ba 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 ba. Final selection arc, kidnappers, Asakusa, Suzomi, Mount Nagamura, whatever, rehabilitation training, Mugen Train, Entertainment District. Okay. Then after that, Swordsmith Village, Hashira training. Spoilers, I guess. They're going to train to be Hashira. Final battle arc. Oh, that's it.
2 more arcs.
It looks like it's 3 or 4. It's Swordsman, or Swordsmith, Hashira training, Final battle, and then Sunrise Countdown? Unless there's more coming out. After that.
I don't know.
I guess so, because it's one of the arcs is Infinity Castle arc. So they're at the fucking place.
Oh.
Right? Like that. Isn't that where the Michael Jackson's
Michael
at?
Jackson is, yeah.
So I'd imagine after that it'd be over. So we got a few more.
Unless there's a bigger demon.
Yeah, that's true. He might not be
Who made him a demon?
Yeah.
Venom. Crossover. Is in the MCU now.
Anywho. Well, I'm looking through all the Hashiras right now. Oh, you want me to know what type of Hashira your boy is?
Sure. They said it when they introduced all of them, so.
The one who's crying all the time is Stone.
Diablo.
And who's the other one you said?
The mist one.
Oh yeah, he's missed. So you know.
It's in 2 months is what Uzui said. And it wasn't like, oh, he was a swordsman at that point when he took it serious. Apparently the way he said it was he picked up a sword and 2 months later he was a Hashira.
That's insane. Also, his is sound. That makes sense why no one can fucking hear this motherfucker, dude. Tengen's?
Mm-hmm. And that's why his swords are loud as fuck.
Yeah. It's flashy.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I didn't know the I guess that makes sense. That's why he trained him. They trained Tanjiro, he's water. With the mask.
Two-tone.
No.
Oh, yeah.
The guy with the mask. The red mask. But the guy, the two-tone, yeah, you're right. He's water as well. I want to see the wind guy. The crazy looking dude.
Just the guy with 2 eyes? Or is it the one that kept stabbing Nezuko in the box? When they're trying to prove that she wouldn't turn.
I think it was that guy.
From the ones that we've seen do stuff, the poison lady's still my favorite character, probably with the butterfly one.
Kanai Kocho, I think this is her name. Flower Hashira?
The purple hair butterfly lady?
Oh, Zenitsu's uncle was one. Unless this is not him. The Thunder
one?
Hashira, yeah. He
Yeah,
used
I
to
think
be
that's
one.
what it was. And that's why he tried to pass it down, but he only got to one.
So one move. It's cool. All right. And that's that on that. Randall. Tell me about Ambulance. Jake Gyllenhaal and whoops, forgot the other guy.
Did you see it?
Not yet. I didn't know it came out. I gotta check it out. I mean, we could probably watch it on during Mother's Day.
Did you want to wait?
Oh, and like review it for next week's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm out of mind. We can postpone it. Then that leaves The Devil Wears Prada for you, Randall. Have you ever seen this before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there's a sequel.
So you're willing to watch? You're willing to watch a movie that has the word devil in it, but not demon slayer?
Well, Brian, there's no actual.
They don't mean literal devil.
Yeah,
but you're saying the word out loud though.
Oh my god.
I think there's a sequel to Devil Wears Prada.
All the stuff that's come out your mouth was real.
Are you eating something? Or...
I would be traumatized. Huh?
Are you eating something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Twix.
I was telling me about Devil Wears Prada.
Man, I don't know where to begin.
Well,
this movie was really good, man.
Okay.
I liked it so much that after I finished watching it, I wanted to watch it again.
I think there's a sequel, so you might want to just check out the sequel.
No, it's not.
Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know. I didn't see this.
Find out. The Devil Wears
Gucci is the sequel.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm a liar, dude. There's no sequel. I thought that there was.
You're probably thinking of that one show that has to do with this kind of stuff. Is it Vantage?
Oh.
Let me see.
Vantage?
Maybe not the name of the show. There's a show with it feels like the same, like a similar premise, but it's more serious.
It's called it's a Showtime show or HBO?
It was on FX, I think, years ago.
Networks. FX. Just regular FX?
Probably. I mean, it was before they had 19 different.
Is it called Pose?
No.
Nip Tuck. Shield.
It was around the time. It was around the time Nip Tuck was a thing.
Oh, I just saw Nip Tuck. Rescue Me, Feud, You're the Worst, Tyrant, Baskets, Trust, Man Seeking Woman, Breeders, The Bridge. These are all FX shows. Bosse and Verdun? No, The Riches.
I want to say it's like one word.
Dirt?
No, I love Dirt though.
I'm asking because this looks like that.
Dirt?
Dirt. Oh, maybe that's not it. Legit? And you sure it's one word?
I'm if I were to go all in, it'd be on it being one word, I think.
Okay. I'm looking through all the shows for FX, and I'm just not.
Glenn Close is in it, I think. I think that's the name of the older lady. Damages.
Damages. I just saw it to ask. Okay. Yeah, I scrolled past it. Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember commercials for this.
Oh, but she's a lawyer. It's not that she's fashion. It's a lawyer. So I just lied to you this entire time.
Nice.
Rose Byrne's in it.
Yeah, I see that. 59 episodes. It's a good run.
So really, it's probably nothing like the movie you're talking about, Randall. So I just led you on.
Yeah.
It's probably a bridge in there, so you might want to watch it though.
That's good to hear that you liked it. How was the fashion stuff? Like, they showed some cool stuff, or is it about just the people, not the actual fashion?
So, real quick, the budget for this movie was 35 mil.
Oh, you opened it up on the movie to be?
They made over $326 million.
Damn, that's really good.
They didn't even make their money back.
That's really good. I mean, that's a good sign. Definitely popular. Oh, that's what
I love this movie, man.
Oh, Randall. I found out what movie actually had a sequel. It's the Princess Diaries, is what I was thinking of.
Bro.
Oh, because Anne Hathaway.
Because Anne Hathaway's in it. Yeah, that's why I thought there was a sequel to this.
Is it the first one where she clinks her glass and it breaks?
I never saw any of them.
Oh, there's a scene in one of those Princess Diary movies where she like clinks her glass to say something, but she shatters the glass. That's the only thing I remember from the movie.
Okay, go ahead. You said you love this movie.
Yeah, it was really good, man. I enjoyed it a lot. I definitely recommend it to anybody.
I have to check it out. I think Janelle told me about this movie, and I haven't seen. Janelle told me to watch this and the Princess Diaries, and I haven't seen them yet. So
ask her which one is the one where she clinks the glass and it shatters.
And it shatters. Okay.
Yeah.
It'd probably be the first one, right? Like
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Because I would imagine the story arc is like she's not a princess, so the first one is her becoming a princess. So she, makes mistakes.
No. As you should know by now.
Yeah.
I know certain events happen in a series of movies, but I don't know which movie this happened. So I can tell you in Lord of the Rings, I can tell you there's a movie with elephants and Legolas just goes off, right?
And then the guy with shit in his hair.
Yeah, in The Hobbit, I don't remember which one it is, but there's that one mage who has shit in his hair with bird shit, and he has squirrels that he rides. Yeah. And then in James Bond, I can tell you there's one where he takes his mouth off, and then there's a bridge in one of them.
And that's it. That's all you need to know.
That's all I got.
Oh, man. All right. That's an easy one. We can keep it moving. I'll keep this last one, like, super short, because, I mean, I played Halo Infinite.
Oh, I didn't talk about it.
Talk about what? The movie?
Yeah, you say you liked it. You didn't let him go into it.
I mean, he went straight to recommendations. I thought he just wanted to keep it short.
Oh, I mean, that's cool.
No, you can. I usually ask if you recommend it at the end of your explanation, right? And you just quickly went, I highly recommend people watch this. So I'm like, okay. And then you didn't say anything after.
But yeah, I started talking about stuff.
My bad. Go ahead.
Works. Yeah, I think you should watch it, man.
Okay. All right. You got it.
All right, look. So it's about fashion, obviously.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So it's the movie is centered around Miranda Presley and Anne Hathaway's character Andy Sachs.
A phone?
Andy wants to be a journal, huh?
A phone?
A phone.
Say her name and then say what I just said to you.
Andy Sachs. A phone.
Now say it all together.
Yeah.
Andy Saxophone. Oh, okay.
All right. You're caught up.
Glad you could join us.
Yeah.
So Andy wants to be a journalist, but for like a big she wants to get up there to like New York Times or whatever.
Okay.
But anyway, she's it's kind of like a coming of age type movie. And basically she just takes a job from human resources, or not really human resources, what you call it. I forget what they call it, but people who find you jobs. So
like a recruiter?
I guess, yeah. She had between that job, the current job this movie is centered around, and the other job was something to do with mechanics, something. I can't remember what it was. But either way, it was a job that she didn't want to do. Okay. So she picked this one. Unbeknownst to her, she ends up working for well known, very prestigious Miranda Presley, who was played by Meryl Streep.
Okay.
Which, to my knowledge, I cannot recall ever watching a movie with Meryl Streep in it. But I've heard like she's legendary. Like
Randall,
when it,
what? No, you've seen Meryl Streep movies, bro.
I feel like I have seen a movie with her in it. I just cannot remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
I'm scrolling through her movies.
Like I
Continue.
can't say that I don't like I can't run off her catalog. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So that was kind of a like treat for me because I've heard so much good things about her as an actress. Like she's legendary, and other actresses want to be her or just as good as her. And then she set the ground, not the ground. She set the bar. Excuse me. So I finally got a chance to see her in a movie that I can remember, uh, and see her do her thing. And like she's a very good actress. She plays this character that is like the best at what she does, but everyone is terrified of her because I'm talking about she's people are so terrified of her that like when she walked into the building to get on the elevator, it was already a lady in the elevator. And when she saw Miranda get into the elevator, she got out the elevator. She was like, "I'm sorry, Miranda. Have a nice day." And then she
What
proceeded to
the?
go into another elevator.
Like what?
When people know she's, huh?
Like, sorry, I'm taking your air.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because she's one of those. Okay, so first of all, she works for Runway. Runway is an actual real fashion magazine.
Oh, okay. Like in real life, like I can look them up
Yeah,
and
but highly prestigious. Like,
let me look them
yeah.
up. I want to see what they doing. Runway magazine.
Runway.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So anyway, uh, so yeah, so she's well known. She's huge, man. Like, and basically, she's so good. Like, if anybody works for her or works under her, or if they work at that company, they can get a job anywhere. It's that type of prestigious.
Jeez.
So anyway, um, that was the really fun part of the movie for me. Is seeing the interaction between Miranda and Andy. Oh, and Emily Blunt was she was lovely, man. Like
What is
as
this?
if I need another reason to love her.
Uh-huh.
Like her character was. I mean, she wasn't like the main character, but she was kind of like a main character.
I mean, she's a supporting
She had
actress.
a lot of, huh?
Supporting actress. Like they still have a lot of airtime and stuff,
Yeah,
but it's not.
yeah. I mean, she was. Her acting was good. She was beautiful as usually, as usual.
As usually, man. What's going
He's
on?
flustered. He's
He's
horny.
flustered as hell.
Yo, I'm excited because I really enjoyed this movie, man. I'm
Okay.
just trying, like as I'm talking, it's just like all the scenes, like I'm literally replaying the entire movie in my head, and I'm just trying to pick all the points that I want to make without like spoiling too much. Um, so I already mentioned Emily Blunt, and so basically the movie is about, like I said, Andy Sachs wants to be a journalist, so she gets this job at Runway, working under Miranda, and someone used to work there. Like she went through like two assistants already that she fired.
Oh, okay.
So, and it was funny because like when she started working there, even like it was people who worked at the company and people who didn't work at the company but knew that she worked for the company. Everyone kept saying the same thing, like girls will kill to have your job.
Uh-huh. Like be grateful or something.
Like extremely, like probably stab you in your stomach
Oh,
to get the job if they could.
chill.
Like that's serious. So, it's her dealing with Miranda because Miranda has like super strict, very precise. Everything has to be like perfect with her. for her to do her job.
Mm-hmm.
And like you have to dress a certain way at runway, like a size 6. I don't know if you guys are familiar with female sizes.
I don't know much about it. So
she was like a size 6. They was calling her fat because everybody else was like a size 3 or 2.
what the heck? A toxic environment.
I mean, everybody wasn't teasing her. It was just
I mean,
it wasn't like people were like, it wasn't like people were teasing her or anything like that. It was just like comments that Miranda had made.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
it wasn't like all the time. She only said it like once.
Okay.
Okay. So just to give you an example, because I don't want to spoil anymore, but to give you an example of how intense, because this movie is centered around the interaction between those two. That's what this whole entire movie is about.
Okay.
It's about her dealing with Miranda while trying to do her job and not allowing Miranda to break her to the point where she wants to quit. How ironic. Quit. Not quit.
Not so there's fire in it.
Not quit.
Not quitting, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so one part was like, okay, so she said to her that she has 2 daughters and they're twins. And she was like, the twins are reading Harry Potter and they're all caught up, but they want the latest book. Meanwhile, the latest book is not published yet. There's a I forget what you call it. Before the book is actually published. It's like the final copy before it gets published to the
like final draft?
Final draft?
Yeah.
It's a different word or a different term that they used in the movie.
Okay, I'll look it up.
But
moose?
Yeah, it's probably moose.
Yeah.
The hell?
So she told her, she was like, I need you to go get a copy of the latest copy of Harry Potter, even though it has not been released to the public yet, and get her like a steak or something like that for lunch. Mm-hmm. She had to do it like I think she said about 3 p.m.
Okay.
She was like, if you don't have the book, don't even bother coming back.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was like an impossible feat.
And she did it. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. She pulled it barely.
Is it draughty?
No.
Chops?
No.
This thing sucks. Why the hell did I go to thesaurus.net?
I don't know.
One of the submissions for synonyms for final draft is final form. It's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's pretty
finalization, concluding document. I don't think this is gonna have it. It'd be hilarious if I watch this movie and she just says final draft.
Nah, she didn't say that. I know that for sure.
Okay. You looking up the scene or
who?
Manuscript? That's the word.
Oh, but that's not a final. The manuscript doesn't mean it's final.
Yeah, that's what it's called just before it's published.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, manuscript. It is the final proofing. The manuscript is the final proofing. Usually focused on cleaning up and typographical errors.
Yeah.
Before the typeset.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
Before you continue,
she was like, I need the latest. I need the latest
manuscript.
Of Harry Potter.
Okay.
She's like, you mean the one that's not published yet? She was like, yes, the twins will be eagerly waiting for it.
Jeez.
She's like, and the crazy part was she went through all this crap to get it, right? And when she comes to the office and she drops the copy of it on her desk along with the lunch, the first thing Meryl Streep says to her character anyway, she says, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, one copy? What are the twins supposed to do?
I would have been like,
she was like,
put your hands up. Put it up.
She was like, but Anne Hathaway's character was on point. She was like, no, I've already made 2 more copies and binded it to make it look like it is not a manuscript, like basically like it's a final cut book.
Ooh.
And gave it to the twins. And she's like, well, I don't see this said copy. Where are they? She was like, oh, they're already with the twins. And then it cut to them on the train reading the book.
Damn. Killing it.
Yeah, she killed it.
Brian, I've been told from chat to look at Fortnite store because Chun-Li's in it. So if you want to get Chun-Li in Fortnite store, she's available. Go ahead, Randall.
Run me after.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, man. It's
I gotta check it out.
It's very good acting, great dialogue. Matter of fact, when you watch it, let me know, man, because I want to be there. I know I say this a lot, but you have a habit of let me watch this movie that Randall mentioned, and I'm not going to tell him, and then I find out on the freaking
on the show
on the podcast that I looked at it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Great, bro.
Yeah, dude. Word. I mean, we can watch it before Strange on Friday or on Saturday.
You are?
No, I'm saying we can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. You pick it up, Brizzle?
Yeah.
When?
Whenever he's ready to get picked up. I don't know, because he usually gets up at what, 10? Something like that?
I'm up at like 8.
You get out at 10?
No, Saturday. No, whoa.
Oh,
what did you say?
I thought he was saying it like he had to work on a weekend. I was like, what?
No, he wakes up like I thought he woke up like around 10 or something. Like he's usually ready by 12.
I'm up like at. There's times where if I go to sleep at 5, I'm up by 8. Like 8 is like the latest, and I just lay in bed and I just wallow.
Damn, you go to sleep at 5? You fucking
Sometimes.
gaming, dude. Props.
Sometimes I'm gaming, sometimes I'm working on stuff, sometimes I just can't sleep, and then it's 5, and then 8 comes around and my body's like, you're good. And then I stand up sometimes I would lay there a couple more hours, get a fat bowl of cereal,
Shit, it's been a while since I got cereal. Nalit? The fuck am I saying?
Anyway, I think I might watch it again. Yeah, well.
What?
Yeah, we could watch it this weekend.
Okay.
Like I was so hyped. I was just getting ready to say I think I might watch it again after the podcast, but I just remember you said that you was going to watch it, so I'll wait until then.
Yeah, like it ran not 45 seconds ago, I think, right?
But here's the thing, y'all. You're probably going to be like, well, first of all, I know like how much of a movie snob Brian is, so he's probably just going to be like,
he's never been a movie snob. What are you talking about?
He is a movie snob. I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that he's very particular on how movies should be made. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think we have the same definition of movie snob, right? Like I don't think that's what that is. Just because you're particular.
Maybe I'm pretty sure by definition, what I'm using it for is not the same exact definition. But the reason why I am using it is because I'm saying that he has a particular way in which he feels movies should be made.
Okay.
And it's usually there's usually when we watch movies, he's usually not in agreement with it.
Okay.
Most cases. But I feel like it's just going to be like a all right kind of experience for him.
All right. So here's a interpretation of what a film snob is, right? From the book, The Film Snob's Dictionary. Their definition is as follows, quote, the sort of movie obsessive for whom the actual enjoyment of motion pictures is but a side dish to the accumulation of arcane knowledge about them, end quote. What? That statement was snobby, right?
Just look up.
I feel like that's exactly what I just said.
I don't know, man.
Brian, the definition of snob. I don't.
Oh, snob? Okay.
Because that sentence kind of just pissed me off.
The movie snob or the usage of the word snob?
What I just read. A person with an exaggerated respect for high social position or wealth who seeks to associate with social superiors and dislikes people or or activities regarded as lower class. Nah, I don't think that's not Brian for movies. Like that means he'd be talking about like Godfather all the time or Saving Private, like those, or what is that movie? Slumdog Millionaire or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's the right term.
I don't know anything.
Anyway,
But I mean, I had an amazing time because, well, for one, it's about fashion. So,
yeah.
I was all for it. They even had Valentino in there, which is really cool because he's a real fashion.
I like when they do that.
Well, he
when they actually put like those influencers or people within the industry that are like top dog to make it more.
Yeah, he's like an old. Not I don't want to say old legend, but he's been around for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it was great. I liked it. And oh, what's his name?
Who?
Did I? Yeah. Go back.
You say Diablo? Is what you said?
Yeah. Stanley
Tucci.
He was really good too.
I mean, he's
really good.
He's been a great actor. So
yeah, I loved his character as well.
Dang, he's been in 155 things. Like
Anne Hathaway's character. I love Meryl Streep's character. I love Emily Blunt's character. Stanley's character. I loved. Everybody else, they were all right. Oh. Her boyfriend, the dude that plays her boyfriend, he can kick rocks.
Oh shit! Who plays the?
Cause man, like okay,
Christian
so this
Thompson?
is my. He wasn't. I didn't feel like he was being very supportive. That's my gripe with him. I might be a little more lenient or understanding when it comes to people being ambitious. But him, I feel like he was being. I feel like he's being a trash boyfriend.
Is it the character Christian Thompson, Nate, Doug, James Holt?
Nate.
Oh, okay. This guy wasn't, I think, Entourage. Yeah, he was. Adrian Grenier. I'm sorry if I butchered his last name. Adrian Grenier? Grenier? That's who plays him.
Like you see your girl going through absolute,
hell to,
Yeah, exactly. See her going through that and she's like struggling and she's trying to keep it together. And then like, see, I have a problem with people who who don't motivate and push people to go beyond,
above and beyond.
Yeah, like to reach their potential. Like I don't like if someone comes to you like, man, this is killing me, blah blah blah, and then the person's like, well, just quit. Oh my god, I hate people like that, man. I hate when people do that. Like, why would you tell somebody just quit? Like, and I know this is perfect conversation for what you. I'm not like, no pun intended. I hate when people do that because it's like you should, as a friend, or especially if you're in a relationship with somebody, you should be encouraging them to be the best version of themselves. Like, that's the only way you're going to grow. Like, you're not going to grow being in your comfort zone. You're not going to get things that you've never had if you don't do stuff that you've never done. And if you got somebody telling you, oh, just quit. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Blah, 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 blah. Like, that's not how you get ahead. I mean, there is a line that you shouldn't cross,
Yeah, there's always majority. I agree with you for the most part, but there's like edge cases where it's like, okay, you might want to talk them back, right?
Yeah. So it's like, I know like there was a means to an end when it came to her character. Like she was trying to go through all of this so that it would, like I told you in the beginning, anybody who works under Miranda or works at Runway, they can get a job anywhere. Yeah. Once they see your resume that you worked at Runway, especially if you work directly under Miranda, you can get any job you want. It doesn't matter, whatever pay. So it's like they established this in the beginning, and she mentioned it to him, and it's like, well, she's going through this, she's struggling, and it's stressing her out, but there's a means to it, and it's like just stick it out. Just you're almost the plan is just to stay there for a year. Once you get your year in, then you can transfer to and be the journalist that you really want to do. Because you can literally at that point just walk to New York Times and be like, yeah, I used to work at Runway. You're hired. It's literally like that.
Jeez.
Why would you tell your girl to quit? Because she's stressing out and she's like looking to you for encouragement. And you're like, well, just quit. Like, what? I wanted to punch him in his face.
Oh shit! You should have drop kicked him in the face. Johan says you need Fortnite right now to calm you down. Speaking of which, it's on sale. The movie. Anyway, and I laughed because I'm looking at the deals and I see the Two Towers on here. That's also on sale. It's $10.
That's when everybody's just trying to tell people to come.
Yeah, holy shit, dude. I should have put that on the doc. We rewatched Two Towers, and what is up with the king? Every other sentence is someone's coming. They come. They came. Fam, chill. How much milk did you drink?
Yeah.
So wild.
I would not want to live in. So I prefer.
I know you don't like westerns.
Like, I strongly prefer medieval over westerns. Like, if
what? That's even dirtier.
No. Well,
what do you mean no?
Wait, hold on. I guess you're right. Yeah, because I think a lot of people would die from the common cold.
And then back in the day, their showers were literally jumping in. They didn't have showers. When the West, they had some sort of shower. It wasn't as sophisticated as the plumbing we have here, but they had outhouses. They had a place to shower. Back then, you just jump in a lake.
They had guns too.
True.
And they had medieval times, Brian. They had magic.
And I'll shoot your magic.
You can conjure a gun to shoot for you.
Oh, I'll shoot the person who's gonna conjure it.
Okay. But what if they have like a anti-bullet shield?
They're gonna have a kill cam. If I have a gun and they don't, they're gonna have a kill cam.
They're gonna conjure a kill cam?
Yeah.
Wild.
That being said, I'd be a necromancer.
That's true. You want goons, so.
Yeah.
Which means you'll have people coming after you. Because you're the bad guy. I mean, isn't like, I would imagine like Resident Dead is not like a happy thing, right? You have like
it's probably frowned upon a lot of times, but I mean, you can still use it in a good way. Witcher 3, Yennefer uses it in a good way.
Yeah, those are true. But those for like plot points, though. She's not going around doing it.
If I could be a detective, and then they're like, oh, this guy died at this time, I could be like, and they're up, I'm like, who killed you? And like, him.
Isn't that a show?
Yeah, is it called like Pushing Daisies or something like that?
Yeah, like some guy can talk to the dead or something, and they tell them who killed him, but then they have to figure out how to link them to the death or something. Or the murder. I
remember seeing the trailer for that, and as a kid, I'm like, how's a zombie gonna help you? I didn't realize that he was talking. So I never watched it.
We watch it now. It's like the most underrated show ever.
I heard good things, but in my head, I didn't realize what the plot actually was. I just remembered the bit again. I only remembered a bit of what I saw in the trailer. Just like hoodwinked, and I've never seen the movie, but I saw the first announcement trailer.
Dinamite. Yeah. Dinamite. I will never forget that part of the trailer. I don't know why that stuck with me.
I also don't know why it stuck with me.
Dinamite. It's because we probably never heard some shit like that, and we're like, why the fuck is he saying it like that?
Same thing how like an Inspector Gadget movie. I can't tell you most of the plot, but I can tell you there's an evil version of him with really white teeth, and then there's a scene where they're hanging on a bridge and a tarantula comes out of his mouth.
Yeah. It's a good scene.
Anything else? I can't tell you what happened.
Ryan remembers the weirdest shit. He's like, what do I store in my head for this movie? Tarantula mouth. All right, we're moving on.
No.
Bridge. That's it. Moving on.
No.
Have you watched No Time to Die yet?
That's the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reviewed it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm very mad.
Okay. I don't know
But
why
I
I
was
thought
in
you
it.
haven't seen it. That's true. You were. That's right. I
Not
remember
as
the
long
conversation.
as Casino Royale, but I was in it.
Yeah. You're gonna love your performance in the Batman.
I can't wait to see me.
Yeah.
Good, because I'm a watcher as well as a bar.
That is. When's that mixtape coming out?
Yeah.
Pre-ordered. Did you
Do
check
you
that?
guys have any what would you call that?
Gabe.
What?
What happened?
I think he said gape.
Yeah, with the Gape Gods. Remember? So that's what this call is happening under the DM group, Gape Gods. So
I guess I can. This isn't the exact term I wanted to use, but do you guys have any thoughts on what you think we're going to see on Saturday?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. I don't know because Brian hasn't seen any of the trailers, so I don't want to get too into
I
it.
mean, it's off the top of the dome. Like I'm pretty sure you can come up with something creative.
I'd like Brian to go first before.
Want to see, you know?
Right.
What?
Like I guess speculation, Brian. You know what the movie's called, right?
Yeah, and I've seen the first trailer because they forced it into the fucking Spider-Man movie.
Oh, that is true. So yeah, you have seen one of the trailers. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've
we
seen
won't
one trailer.
spoil. So it's only the first one though. So we can't mention anything of the other trailers, Randall, because he has not seen those other things.
I mean, what am I expecting to see? I'm expecting. I don't know. I think Wanda's
Break
woke
it up
now.
into what you expect and what you hope.
Okay, so what I expect, Wanda's woke now, right? She at the end of WandaVision, she was like going,
Yeah.
she did here, you eat namaste shit. And I think in the trailer, I think it was Doctor Strange walked up to her, and he's like, "Yo, I goofed." That's what I'm assuming happened.
Like, goofed. I did some wild shit with this fucking spider kid. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so she's like, and then they go,
MMCHD.
and then I'm assuming that there's like a certain part in the world where they couldn't fully repair it, and that's they go into that part to see what's causing it to stay open or something.
Oh.
And then in there, there's just it's going bananas, right? Every portal's opening. There's just a bunch of shit. Because there's a lady in a denim jacket, and I'm assuming it was America Chavez, and her whole story is she's from a different fucking universe. So
Well, that's her power. She can jump
Yeah.
between.
So I'm assuming shit's going on. They don't know what's going on, and she's like, "Yo, what's going on?" And they're like, "Right." And then the trailer ended with fucking Sith version of Doctor Strange from the What If thing. So I'm assuming. I feel like it honestly takes place before Spider-Man.
You think it's
I think
before?
I think it's before, and I think that's why Wong's like, "Yo, fix your own shit." I think that's why.
You think this is what happened before? You think this is the thing that Wong's like, remember what you did last time?
That's what I think. I think
I don't know. I think it's still
shit
after.
happened. And I also think what's gonna happen is they're gonna merge the two strangers.
You mean one's gonna absorb the other for power?
I don't know for power, but I think for like to fix the shit's going on.
Would you say
think-
things just got out of hand?
I think our Strange is gonna suck up Evil Strange.
Wow.
Damn, that's a wild take. Yeah, I didn't think about it because if the evil strange is coming, either he goes back or someone's got to go. So
I think what I think is gonna happen is I don't think it's gonna be by force. I don't think he's the main villain. I think he's a villain that exists, but I think is for the greater good because he's still strange at the end of the day. He's gonna be like, "Yo, suck me," and then he's gonna be like,
Whoa.
what the fuck?
Whoa. What movie you planning on seeing this weekend?
"Isn't it Doctor Strange?" That's what he's strange.
I think I can follow you on that. Like he's not the villain. They might call him in to help against Wanda. I think it's Wanda who's gonna be the last fight. I don't know why. I think she'll get too obsessed with like bringing back her kid, and Doctor Strange's gonna stop her from doing that because of the multiverse stuff. And she's like, "No, I'm gonna do it." And I think they fight.
I don't think it's that because she gave herself closure at the end of her show.
Yes and no, because now she gave herself closure, and then she continued down the dark arts.
Yeah, but not necessarily for the kids. That's just
Mm.
the way I saw it was she yogaed up like as like a means to double back to Demon Slayer. It's like a if I'm stronger, I can prevent like what happened with Vision.
Yeah,
I saw it as like a
I need to
if
be
I'm at
stronger
X
for
point,
this one.
yeah.
You saw like
then I
Iron
don't have
Man,
to deal with this.
where Iron
Brian,
Man
did
jumped.
you? My bad. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's like Iron Man, where when he went through the portal to like the first Avengers, and then he started trying to make Ultron so he can prevent that shit from happening.
Yeah.
All right, so don't shoot me in the head if I ask you a question.
He did not see Brian. Randall. He did not see the other.
No,
things.
this has nothing to do with trailers.
Okay, I'm like about to say, do not mention that.
I'm prefacing this because you know how he always says I was there, and we kind of forget that he was there.
It makes sense. Unforgettable.
Okay.
No, but I'm just not 100% sure we watched it together. But did we watch Wanda together? We didn't, right?
No.
None of us watched Wanda together.
Mm-mm.
Did you watch the entire Wanda
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Right. I know you did, but did Brian?
Yeah.
So you remember the very last episode, what she was doing when she went to that house?
She's like floating, and then there's another one of her doing something else.
Yeah, you remember like you hear her kids.
I didn't know it was her kids. I heard like a voice, and then she was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I heard like the way that I remembered it. I don't remember her kids' voices. I just remember she's doing yoga, right? And then I just heard, and then she's like,
"What the heck?
she's like, what the hell is that?"
That's Brian going back in time, Prince of Persia.
Yeah, that's the way I remember it.
Yeah, we can't. That first trailer Brian saw doesn't have the other surprises that the other trailer spoiled for us. So.
All right, so that's what you think is going to happen. What do you hope to see?
What do I hope
Or is it
to
the
see?
same thing?
No, this isn't the last one.
I got it up. I'm doing my thing.
What do I hope to see? To be honest with you, I don't have any hopes for this movie. Not that it's gonna be bad, but I'm just going in, and whatever happens, happens. I mean, they set the bar low because I think the first Doctor Strange was literally just a CGI effect. It's like, let's test if this works. I don't think the first Doctor Strange is actually good in any way. So this, comparing it to the first one, I highly doubt I'm gonna dislike this.
So you going in Ivan Drago style?
If he dies, he dies. So.
Do you think it's gonna be better than Far From Home?
Most likely not.
Randall, we saw the Goblin powerbomb people.
Man, let me tell you something. When he powerbombed him through a whole floor, at that moment, and I love Tom Holland, I love Spider-Man. At that moment, I was rooting for Green Goblin.
Jeez,
Randall, like those action sequences were crazy.
And he was like, "Does this hurt?" And then when he was getting punched and he was laughing, I'm like, "This guy did not lab the matchup. This Spidey is he's not ready for this.
He didn't know what to do."
That's some neat trick of yours.
Yeah, it was. Holy shit.
To me, the best part of that movie, I mean, I love the action, obviously, but the best part for me, I think, was when Peter he figured out that it wasn't Norman anymore, that it was the Goblin.
Oh, the walk into the like scouting.
The way that whole scene was shot, man, was just because like it was the reason why I think it was shot so well because for the very for the entire shot up until the very last minute, you had no idea what was going on.
You were basically everybody in the room because they're like, Peter, like what's going on?
Yeah, like what the heck? Like what do you look? What is happening?
Yeah,
when that happened, like no one's safe in this room.
Yeah. Shout out to Norman Reedus, man. Norman Osborn is what I wanted to say. The Norman Reedus.
Oh,
Jesus.
Shout out to Norman Reedus and Walking Dead.
In Walking Dead, what the fuck is wrong with me?
You ever like Spidey so much that you just like your Walking Dead goes off?
Yeah.
All right, Anthony. What about you? What do you think is going to happen, and what do you hope is going to happen, or what do you hope to see?
One more thing, sorry. Well, the way I think it's gonna end the after credits is gonna be the other Kangs, the bad Kang.
Oh, okay.
I think
becoming-
you said that's the after credit scene.
yeah.
I agree with you on that. I think now it's a time to bring in, because we only saw Kang at the end of Loki as the one true one with the one timeline. I think it's a good time to introduce how, you know what I'm saying, like the villain Kang is, like how would that look like, so that we can start setting up this phase. You know how they were slowly setting up Thanos for Infinity War and Endgame. Like this is our time to sprinkle him in, right? Now that we've had a little bit of exposure to him.
This is kind of related, and I just now somehow I played this exact scene from What If in my head, and then I remember.
Kush is right too. Kush is in the chat. Is like we might get we might see a bad Kang in the Quantumanium Ant-Man movie, which will make more sense too, because they're
He's
definitely
supposed to be the villain in that, isn't he?
Yeah. He is. Okay, then then it might be saving it for that.
You remember? So Thor movie happened at the end. That's when Thanos was like, or the big evil was like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, well, he did more than that.
Remember in What If? It's a Thor episode, and at the end, the big bad showed up as well.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. So what if in Love and Thunder? Oh yeah, this is Jane Foster.
We
right?
can't
Whatever.
do this to him again.
And
What?
then the big
The big baddie, and then like this, and then he like kills Jane or something. That would be bad. That's why
you guys don't think that they're going to follow the comic, because in the comics she's supposed to die anyway because she has cancer.
correct, but they're gonna make at least a movie or two with her, I would imagine, or she might join like an Avengers for a little bit and help out, and then the death happens. The thing, what I'm excited about Thor, now that I swap movies here, is that I hope, what I liked about the trailer for Thor is he mentions, I want to reach peace. And when I heard that, I'm like, you're right. That man had the worst, I'm not talking about like movies and stuff, like the worst story. Like he loses Loki, he loses his mom, he loses all of Asgard the second he becomes king. Right?
His
like
father.
his dad
That's
passes away
the
as well.
reason.
Yeah. Like he has been just taking L's. He didn't kill Thanos, causing, he didn't aim for the head. So he blamed himself for what happened. Like he's had so much bad happen to him. So when I saw the trailer and he's like, I'm just trying to find peace, and he like left the thing, I'm like, yes.
Him and Jane broke up too.
Exactly. And that's it.
Apparently that bothered him.
Yeah. When they were in the debrief or the briefing room.
Yeah.
Heard Jane cucked him.
That sucks.
Wow.
So he watched it happen.
That sucks. Actually, I don't think he would let that happen. He would literally kill the fucking.
Yeah.
He loses everything. So like having this movie be about like him finding peace, and then like while he's doing that, bring in the new Thor. I think that's a great transition.
That's one of the best scenes in
Infinity War, where he's talking to Rocket.
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes in MCU history, I would say.
Because it finally gave him some sort of, because he went from like too serious to like really like joking in Ragnarok, but we never got that middle drama, right? And then he addressed it there, and he did it really well.
With the one tier too.
Yeah.
And I mean, if anyone to talk to that made it better, it was Rocket.
He's like, what else do I have to lose? And I'm like, oof. I'm watching Infinity War after this. That's good.
That's it.
It's wild. But yeah, back to, what was your question? What do I expect? I can't answer it because I've seen the rest of the trailers right now, so I have different guesses because I know what's gonna come up.
All right, so then can you answer? What do you hope to see?
I hope they introduce Secret Wars, right? Like give us the, hey, we're heading towards Secret Wars. Like I want confirmation. There's been too much like talk outside of the movie. Hey, the Russos might come back for Secret Wars or whatever, right? I want it confirmed. Like this is where we're heading.
Okay, what will be in confirmation?
I kind of got the confirmation already with what's already been shown. If they're already showing what they showed, then I think they're slowly heading in that direction. But by the end of it, I want it like, no, this is happening. Go ahead.
Here's a question that I don't know if people are going in expecting this to happen because of multiverse stuff, but do you think this is how they might introduce X-Men?
Yes. It might not be this movie, but now that the multiverses thing is a thing, they can easily overlap them, man. Like it's not a problem. It's an easy write-in.
It's a when, not if.
I think it's a when and not if. Same with Inhumans. Like they tried to do the show. I don't know if I don't know. I never watched it, but having both the Inhumans and X-Men in the same universe, we can have the X-Men versus Inhumans war that happens.
Like they are going to use the TV shows to throw that in. I feel like
maybe.
it's too big to narrow it to Disney Plus, though.
That's true. I mean,
Well, I
but shout out to Moon Knight because fuck, that's my favorite show so far.
I need to watch the rest of it.
Better than Loki?
Oh fuck you, Randall, with your I have good questions. Damn, I forgot Loki was a show. I really liked Loki too. It's really up there. It's the top part. It's between Loki and Moon Knight. But no, I'm sorry. Loki will win because it has to do with time travel or like timeline or jumping, and I'm sucking for that.
As of right now, with like not including Moon Knight because I haven't finished it. I think What If is still my favorite.
Oh, What If 2, Randall? God damn it.
Do you guys think
Yo,
that...
my Marvel team is fucking What If, Loki, and Moon Knight. Final answer.
Do you guys think that they're going to implement What If stuff into this movie?
I hope so. Because that would be a really good payoff for people who were watching. Because I don't even know how many people watched What If. Like, they were like, oh, it's just What If stories and no one cares. And for the people who did watch it, then, like, have some shit come up. Yeah, like, that'd be a crazy payoff. Would it be crazy is if we think a villain is something, is like Wanda or some demon, and it's just the Ultron. Like, like he escapes that pyramid with Strange, and now he's a baddie for this phase.
Really
that would be cool. I also think what might happen as well. You remember how What If ends and Black Widow never went somewhere? She stood in the bar.
Yeah. You think they're gonna bring her back that way?
She could.
Oh, that's true.
But I thought.
Randall, question for you then.
Had a problem with Disney.
You don't have to take it off, Brian. This is like an off the cuff guess. You've been asking a bunch, Randall, if they're breaking Robert Downey Jr. Since there's multiverses, do you think we'll see him again? Like he's gonna be jumping through a bunch of multiverses. You think he's coming back as Iron Man? No, for this movie, not for future, just for this one.
You already know what my answer is. I hope.
Oh, okay.
I want him to come back.
No, but I don't. But I'm not saying the same Iron Man. I'm talking about superior Iron Man, like the one that's like the different one.
But isn't that Iron Man like bad?
Yeah, he's an ass, like a real ass.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, yeah, I want to see Robert Downey Jr. Reprise his role, but at the same time, if it's superior Iron Man, that dude's a douchebag. Like, he used technology to enslave people, and I'm not feeling that.
Yeah, we'll see. Kush is mentioning something that was spoiled in the trailer, and yeah, I probably know who you're talking about. We just gotta keep it hush hush until we watch it this weekend. There's some of the trailers after the one you saw, Brian. They did the Spidey thing, where it's like, you guys should have just kept this under wrap.
Do you guys know what the running time is?
Oh, we can look it up. It should, if it comes out Friday, it should already be available, Randall.
Isn't it like 2.5 hours?
Really?
Hold on. It's only 2 hours and 6 minutes.
See?
Oh, wow.
That's not that long
at all.
Yeah. What's going to be madness, Randall? We're going to be jumping between a bunch of multiverses.
Then I hope the pacing is good.
That'd be insane. What is this?
Oh, wait a minute. I did hear that it's supposed to be horror type. This is supposed to be MCU's first horror movie.
That's when they announced it. That's how they pitched it at what was it, Comic-Con? Like, oh, this is our first take at like a horror like movie, and that's what got me excited in the first place. And I'm knowing them where they say one thing and they do everything safely.
Okay, so look. So here's another question for you guys. Huh?
No, you can
He said, "Cool it, Bucko."
So since you brought that up, what would make this a horror movie for you then? Like, what is your idea? Like, what is needed in the movie for it to be horror?
They already got it, Randall. All right, I'm already getting choked up when they show Strange and he goes, "Things just got out of hand." Chills.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
You remember the first episode of WandaVision when Kitty from that 70s show was like
all the uncomfortable
smiling,
laugh.
like,
Yeah.
Stop. and it got real like, what the fuck? If they kept that same energy the whole show,
That'd been
I
lit.
would have been like, what the hell's What If?
Yeah.
But instead they're like, no, but it is a Disney movie.
Yeah, it is a Disney movie.
We gotta keep the kids.
So
Oh,
you're
what?
talking about that eerie uncomfortableness.
Mm-hmm.
Kush in the chat says this movie would be a horror movie if it's worse than Morbius.
Oh
I
snap!
still haven't seen
It
it.
wasn't that bad, man. I thought it was good.
I'll wait for it
It's
to
not
come out
nothing to
on
rave
digital.
about, but it was.
You're not writing home about it.
Nah, not at all. But I mean, when it comes out, I'm gonna get it.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, well, I guess I just want that Secret Wars confirmation. That's all.
I don't know what I want for fucking.
Because I would like to see how they do the movie. If they do a 2-parter, or is it gonna be like this crazy shit in that book? So I like to see it. But then again, it is Disney, so I don't know how dark they'll get. Because the Secret Wars is dark, so
Oh, it is.
yeah. I don't want to spoil it if you want to find out by either reading it or if they make a
I've
movie.
never
but
read it.
it's good stuff. It questions your morality.
Okay. So I don't know if I mentioned. I think I've had this conversation with Anthony, but I don't know if I had it with Brian. But so all of us have read House of M, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there's a theory that I think, if it's true, it would be really cool. What if House of M already happened? Which is why we don't have mutants in the MCU. I mean, obviously, the real reason is look at Brian's face.
I don't like
This
that
is
answer.
we know the real reason it was because of legal
Licensing.
reasons.
Yeah,
But-
it's legal.
yeah, but for the sake of that, if you want to write it into the story, what if House of M already happened and Wanda already got rid of mutants?
I don't think so.
And that's
because
why
she
we
needed-
don't have mutants in the MCU right now.
If I remember correctly, Scarlet she was a Scarlet Witch when she did it.
Yeah.
When we were introduced to Wanda, she's not that. So there's no way. The timeline doesn't make any sense.
But no, I'm not saying the one that we know. I'm talking about another Wanda. Another
they
Scarlet
removed
Witch
it from different
from a
timelines?
different multiverse.
And it was so powerful it removed it from all timelines?
Yeah.
That'd be wild. I don't know. That's a
You
little
don't like
messy.
that, Brian?
That's a little messy.
That's ass.
Why?
Because he wiped with it.
That seems like someone that was so in denial. They had to like, well, if I write a theory with this bit of X-Men, like, no, they don't fucking exist right now.
Just I think overlapping them in with the time, like let's say, I don't know, like some timeline where the X-Men are like the planet's not sustainable anymore, and they just move into this one. I don't know, right? I don't know what the answer is.
I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe if there's, I don't know. That's stupid to me. That's just someone wanting to say. That's someone trying to flex that they know a storyline in X-Men, I think, and they try to write it in.
Randall's like calling MCU. They don't like it. Just fucking scrap it. Scrap it right now. They fucking hate it.
I don't know. I mean, I've been sitting here trying to figure out how are they gonna, when they finally do introduce X-Men, how are they gonna introduce them? Like,
Well, that's the beauty of what happened at the end of Loki. Now they have an infinite amount of ways and different movies to bring them in. Either here in the multiverse, or like Kush said in Quantumania, it could be in that because they're gonna be. I think the multiverse is gonna be a main theme throughout this phase.
so does that mean? Okay, so then how are they gonna interact with the other characters
That's a good question.
if they're from a different universe? Like anytime X-Men characters or X-Men world wants to interact with like Avengers world, you telling me they're gonna have to go to another universe in order to interact with them?
No, because remember, Deadpool's also coming to the fold, and Deadpool's tightly knit with X-Men now. Since we last saw him, so the last thing I could think of is they somehow get dragged into our world, and X-Men have to relive
Like
that.
they can't go back.
Yeah, like now they have to relive that segregation again, where mutants are terrible, and now they're getting pushed away, and now they have to,
Here's that's gonna happen.
Okay, Brian's
Alright.
got it.
Multiverse of Madness. bunch of universes, right? Now, either America Chavez is gonna be going through them looking to fight at like a way to beat X baddie, or they're just all going together through these places, maybe through escaping or searching for like I said before. They're gonna open a portal. Professor X is gonna send Scarlet Witch and like, one of us join us, and she's like, "What the fuck?" and then get out. But then maybe at the end of the movie, she revisits.
And there'll be a different time. So now that she's living in a different timeline, where the X-Men are, she leaves our timeline and lives in that one.
Maybe just to get some.
But then what about the Scarlet that's in that timeline?
Battle of the Scarlet Witches.
Maybe in that one, House of M's happening or something. I don't know. Maybe Maybe House of M isn't happening, but Phoenix Force is happening. And
that's also another thing we still
like an SOS or something.
You're right. We still have to. When X-Men exists, we have Phoenix as an issue, as a future issue. There's so much to unpack.
So I think if X-Men are shown Multiverse of Madness, I think through Professor X sensing a mutant enter his world, I think that'd be a really good way to do it.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack that the scope can get radical real quick and it gets messy. So if they take their time doing it, cool. I'd prefer it because we can't throw that much information at people. We're just introducing them to timelines, right? We can't introduce all of X-Men is its own fucking series. Like you can just have sequel upon sequel of different stories the X-Men's gone through. So I mean, we saw it with when it came out with Days of Future Past, the things that what's it called, the other movies.
Trash.
Oh, you didn't like Days of Future Past?
Heck no.
I think you're thinking of a different one.
Yeah, Days of Future Past was awesome.
Me? No, I'm thinking of the right one. You talking about the movie Days of Future Past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was wrong with it?
You guys like that movie? It wasn't even accurate.
Explain to me the plot of the one you're talking about, and that's just to make sure we're talking about the same.
In the movie, the live action one.
Yeah.
All right. So first of all, Trask, I'm sorry, made these. He made the Sentinels like bio. I don't even know what you call it, but that junk was stupid.
Okay.
And then they centered it around
Logan.
No, not Logan. Mystique.
Oh, Mystique, that's true.
Everything was about Mystique, which that's not how Days of Future Past happened. It wasn't even like it was not centered around her. It was centered around Gambit because apparently Gambit was going to kill the president.
Uh-huh.
So they basically traded Gambit for Mystique. Whatever.
But we need Randall. We need
and then there was no Nimrod.
I was in it.
To call his names.
Huh?
I was in it.
Call his names.
Both was talking at the same time. What? One at a time.
Go ahead, Brian.
You have to call his names.
Oh. But you know what I'm talking about, that the superior sentinel that's like human size?
Yeah.
That was Bishop was running away from.
I mean, it was clean.
Yeah, what the heck was Bishop? I mean, he was in the movie, but it was almost like he wasn't in the movie.
The people in the future weren't in it for that long. It was just there to transition to the past for the most part. And then they're like, "Oh, we need you guys to hurry up because we're dying," and then that's it.
That was the reason why I didn't like it because I understand that I can't expect everything to be like comic book or animated accurate, but it still wasn't like it was like way off.
So this is your Ragnarok.
Yeah. I think that's his Ragnarok. That makes sense. I mean, now they have another shot of redoing it. If they wanted to. No, the Days of Future Past stuff. And they can also do like there's been an event where Avengers go up against the X-Men. There's been X-Men against Inhumans. There's so much they can do.
X-Men versus Street Fighter.
That's true. We can have Ryu come up in this bitch, right?
Oh.
Chun-Li. You might as well do it now before I forget.
Yeah.
To remind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Speculations. It's only 2 hours. I thought it was gonna be longer. So I guess the pacing is gonna be. If it's slower, cool. that means not much is going to happen. But if it's a quick paced one, I think there's going to be a lot of multiverse stuff thrown at us, and we're going to have to like unpack that as we drive back home, right?
If it's a lot of info at once, I hope it's not them just throwing cameos or like send like things that people appreciate just because it was in the comic, and more so something that you have to watch again, kind of like Inception.
Or it lends itself to the plot itself. It's not like, oh, look how many cameos we can throw on you from different timelines.
Yeah, for one scene alone, Inception will make you rewatch, like, did that top topple over?
Yeah.
And you rewatch the whole movie.
Yeah. That's a lot. You could just skip to the end and be like, I might as well watch it because there's might be hints of whether or not it actually toppled. Like,
Yeah,
I might
like,
learn physics on the way.
You have to think, oh, well, in the dream world, did she give him that specific top, so this is the dream top?
Yeah.
You know?
And by the end of it, you have like a fucking wall full of dots pointing at each other. You haven't slept. Your baggy eyes like this. You have caffeine everywhere on the ground trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Also, you can ask the director or the writer, be like, did it topple over? And he can just go, I don't know, did it? And then you want to choke him out.
Yeah.
What's up?
I said, yeah, that's the answer you're gonna get.
He's gonna be like,
So
did it?
I don't know.
It looked like it sort of moved at the end, but I don't know. Did you see it, Fo?
Thanks for watching. That'd be my response.
Shake his hand like, thank you so much. He's like, you didn't fucking answer my question. And then you just get really aggressive and just grab him by his fucking shirt up against the wall. Did it fucking topple over?
I'm pretty sure he probably got bum rush with so many people asking
Yeah.
that exact question.
I'm sure after the movie released in theaters, any interview afterwards was that.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could just Google it and find everyone asking. Which I thought was cool.
Sorry, Fortnite has some really good skins. There's a skin called Aurelia.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, bro, I can see why people go bankrupt playing this. The Cammy one's available too.
Whoops.
I can't believe Brian's going like googly eye over skins.
What do you mean? He's always a customization. You know how long it takes making a character?
Customization, not skins. Those are two different things. Two completely different monsters.
Okay, I can see that. Building a character is different than putting on skins. I get that.
I did not know that
But
he was like into skins like that, especially like how he be like
building a
roasting
character.
Capcom with all the Chun-Li skins.
Because there's a difference between making sure everyone has a skin and having Chun-Li in the double digits, while Alex has like 3.
Brian doesn't like the inequality of skins that Capcom's doing.
Make everybody beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Which in Fortnite you really don't have that problem. I mean, Kratos is in it, Master Chief, Rick and Morty, Chun-Li.
Do they have like different perks, or is it just literally just the skin?
It's just skin. You can't, because that would be unfair. It's a multiplayer game, so you can't have them, buying characters with different abilities and stuff. Then
I
people
feel
who
like
don't
that
play.
could have been better using what's that game called? Is it Valorant? No.
That is a game with operators that actually
No,
changes.
what's the one is the one that they have powers?
Valorant.
Oh yeah, so that I feel like that would have been more useful in that game because they do have powers and shoot guns.
Yeah, but I mean they're adding characters to Valorant, so it's just the skins don't do anything because you have to keep the base abilities. Because you don't want people to have to buy abilities, right? Because at that point it becomes pay to win.
Yeah.
So if you're doing anything like battle passes and stuff,
I'm
it should
okay
be.
with pay. I'm okay with pay to win as long as like there's another option to grind and get it in the game.
Well, that's why they don't like that, because people who don't want to pay for anything have to sit there and grind when someone pays $2, $10, and now they have the advantage. It's advantageous for them to,
Mm.
Where it's like, okay, I'm the one playing your game for this long. This guy played for only an hour, and he's just murdering everyone while I sit here grind your fucking game to get the one goddamn ability that now levels the playing field. It doesn't give me the advantage. I now can do what they're doing.
Mm.
It's a a lot of people don't really like that. So they've kind of
But maybe they should implement something where like if you grind, it gives you extra perks versus just outright buying it.
They have that in Tony Hawk.
Oh yeah.
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 Bob Burnquist does the backflip yee so
That's the name of the movie. Yeah. Shout out Bucky Lassick.
and Bucky Lassick too. Yeah.
I wonder when they're going to announce Tekken 8, or if they're going to show anything.
Say again. They're gonna announce what?
I said I wonder when they're going to announce Tekken 8, or if they're going to show anything soon.
Maybe.
Evil's coming up.
Yeah. We're approaching summertime, man. This is when the big announcements are made. Xbox and Bethesda already have their date set. I'm fucking excited. We're gonna have PlayStation announce their showcase next. I'm sure EA will have their showcase. Who am I missing? Ubisoft probably. The indie ones, like the PC, a gaming show, will probably have something. This is a time to get super hype.
It's Pog time.
Yeah. We're gonna this like I could bet my left shirt, right? We're gonna see Ragnarok this summer. Like June, July, we're seeing what Ragnarok looks like for Sony's Play Showcase. If it's coming out in fucking December, we need to see it now.
I saw a video not too long ago on YouTube that said it was Corey, and he said something about them releasing the video in May.
Well, then we'll see it in a few weeks, then, because this is about the amount of that time, like the time difference between release and we got to show something. What's his name? Bethesda did it with Fallout 4. I think they're gonna do it again with Starfield during that same showcase for the Xbox Bethesda one. They're gonna show off Starfield, show off all the things you can do with it, and then release date, which I think the release date is already out. So just be like, hey, all this stuff this year, and I think that's what they're gonna do with Ragnarok. Just look at all the gameplay out this holiday, which is great.
So it's still supposed to come out this year.
That's what they said. Until they say that, and then we're gonna see the gameplay, and then be like, oh, and by the way, we push it to early next year, like March or something.
As long as it's polished.
Yeah, I mean they have quite the shoes to fill, so take your time.
Yeah.
After that first one,
He said something about them. They've been working heavily on level 3, whatever that is.
level 3.
Yeah, that's what he said in the video.
I don't even know what that means. What is that? Level 3? What? The character you're playing, or like balancing?
No, the level, whatever. I guess the third act or third level, whatever it is that you play in the game. That I don't know why it's such a big deal, but he said that they've been working. Like he made it a point to mention that they were working on that. They've been working on it.
It might be like a huge action sequence. Like remember, Uncharted had like crazy action sequences where I'm sure they took a long time to make. So, the train, the plane.
Speaking of Naughty Dog, man, like you don't think so? You think they're done with Uncharted?
I hope so, right? Like,
I hope so, man.
aren't we like I don't know. I feel like it's exhausted in my eyes, right? What other stories do we got?
I mean, you can.
I mean, his brother is finally back.
Yeah, but I didn't. No offense to Troy Baker or his character in that game. I didn't play Uncharted for him, right? I played it for Nate, for Nate's relationship with Sully, Nate's relationship with Elena, with Bob's your uncle. Like those characters. That's it. They did it.
There's two things that they could do that. I mean, I'm not rooting for, but if they did it, that have some interest. Sully's the main character now, and it's like either backstory or like backstory before Nate, story while he's raising, like he's like
bringing up
with
Nate, yeah,
or his daughter follows suit, Nate's daughter.
Oh, that too. Yeah, maybe if there's an Uncharted with his daughter, I can see that. But like the brother, I'm not really too. Not that he did bad in 4, like that. The story arc there was good.
That'd be funny, but I'd also get sad if the daughter's the main character, and her Sully is Nate.
Oh yeah, the baton sort of passed.
I would get sad because that means no more Sully, and I
we can't live with
this frame. I see that Nate is old. I'm sobbing, and I'm not playing the rest of the game.
Yeah, because you know what that means, right?
Mm-hmm. Unless they go, let's go get Vampire Uncle Sully, then that's okay.
They uncovered a tomb that gives him like everlasting life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were in Shambhala, so.
Not anymore though.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe we might see what they've been working on as well during the PlayStation Showcase this year.
When is it?
They haven't announced the date, but I'm sure it's going to be within that same week or like mid-June. It seems like it because Xbox's is mid-June. Sorry, Xbox's / Bethesda's is mid-June. So we'll see. I think that's it. Oh, I guess speaking of Xbox, I played the Halo Infinite campaign. And that's pretty much my review.
Is that bad?
It's not bad. There's nothing clawing at me, right? In terms of story. The open world was nice. I liked just exploring the area and doing the side missions. But once you do one type of the side mission, it's like, okay. And all you unlock, doing the side missions is like doing a single player battle pass. Like you have like a list of commander points or something, and the more you get, the more you unlock, like different vehicles and weapons and stuff. So the more side stuff you do, you just unlock it by doing more side stuff. So you basically grind out single player to unlock weapons for single player, and that's it. Like the types is you find some cache that you can open that gives you an upgrade point. Protect or rescue like captured Marines, like other soldiers, and that'll give you more points. Capture a FOB base, a field of operations base, which lets you fast travel to each of them. So you want to do those so you can quickly get through the map. And then you have the single player stuff, which I gotta be honest with you. Okay, it was whatever. The main baddie, I confused him with other baddies that looked just like him because it didn't. I don't know. None of it was. There was no spark, right? There was no, and all of it's still chasing like Cortana and why Cortana was the way she was and things like that. And it's like, okay, that's it. It was just meh. It was just so. It has a campaign, right? The open world. They checked it. Campaign's there. I like that they made it open world. I just wish they did more with it. Something more meaningful, anyway, or in a way that makes you want to do all of it. If you're not a completionist, there's not much incentive for you to do any of the side stuff. Like there's no like more lore or interesting side quest stories happening within that ring or whatever. So, but traveling around the open world is fun. Just driving around, finding a little bunch of enemies on the road, or taking over base by killing the people in it. That stuff was okay. Nothing to write home about. And that's it. Like when the co-op comes out, I'm glad I'll be happy to play co-op with any of you guys on it. But you're not gonna be blown. You're gonna be blown away by like the open world stuff. Cause like, oh, Halo in the open world, that's cool. That's it. You're not gonna be like, I gotta see what happens next, right?
The story sucks.
It doesn't suck, Randall. It's just not exciting. That makes sense? Like, I'm not saying, oh, the writing was horrendous or anything like that. It's just, it is not written in a way that I want to know more lore. It's not written in a way where I'm like, yo, this bad guy is crazy. The performances were fine. Obviously, Master Chief, same guy, reprising his role. The villain's performance was pretty cool. But nothing that's like, yo, stop playing Sifu. Stop playing Nobody Saves the World. Stop playing Tunic. Stop playing Elden Ring, right? There's nothing like, yo, stop what you're doing to play it. If you get to it, cool. If not, you're not going to be missing a whole lot. Which is kind of sucks. I don't even know. The multiplayer state, I don't know. It kind of like died.
I just don't care.
Right? Like, there have been there are updates that I think they're adding game modes or something, but
my phone told me something about them redoing the way they do armor, like for the customization side. Maybe that means they're listening to me instead of having armor for a specific body type. I hope they just
just use all of it and make it as modular as possible. That's not difficult.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. But it's just the thing is like, yeah, it was cool multiplayer. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then they added SWAT. I'm like, oh, this is cool. But it feels like a like a copy paste shooter with a Halo skin on it.
I would even say that. It just feels like Halo, and Halo just doesn't. I don't think it fits now with these shooters that are popping off now, right? It's just a different game. I don't think it sticks. It's like, oh, this is a fun arena shooter for a bit, and then you're like, yo, let's go hop on Fortnite. Let's go hop on Apex. Let's go hop on Rainbow Six. Right?
I don't know. I feel like the older Halos had that crack in them, and this one's like it just feels lifeless compared to them.
I hope they keep updating it. Right? It says it's the infinite Halo, so I mean, it's never gonna end. So hopefully they just keep updating it. But we'll see.
I don't think they'll ever give up on this because it is a flagship series.
True. Like, I see people playing the Master Chief Collection more than Infinite. So it's like, well, that kind of tells you something, right? The old is still rocks.
That's what I mean. They just hit differently.
I'm gonna have to get that on Steam though, because I don't think I own a copy.
Master Chef
Yeah.
collection.
I think I've just been playing it off the Game Pass. I don't think I own that. Anywho, well, on to the releases this week. Randall, I don't know if you got a chance to check out Trek to Yuma or Trek to Yomi. It's a new samurai game coming out this week. It's like a side-scrolling samurai game. You might enjoy it.
How you spell it?
It's in a doc. Trek, like Star Trek, TREK space TO space YOMI.
Oh.
You might
Oh boy.
I mean, you still
Comes out May 5th.
Yeah, a day after. Are you gonna watch a Star Wars movie on Wednesday?
All of us or just him?
I was asking him specifically because I mean he likes Star Wars, so.
I mean, if y'all want to watch it, I mean, obviously I'm gonna watch it. But if y'all want to watch it together, I mean, I'm down.
No, but I mean, what Star Wars movie are you gonna watch on Wednesday?
Oh, I don't remember the name of it.
You pulling my leg? He's freaking out.
What the hell's going on?
He's freaking out. He's freaking out. I just said, okay, Wednesday is May the 4th, right? So I ask, what is your go-to Star Wars movie that you watch on May the 4th? No, he popped Molly. Never mind, don't even bother, right?
This guy ain't weed.
Is it New
I
Hope?
don't know, man. It would probably be Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that was my go-to, but I might try watching Rogue One because I haven't seen it in a while. Anywho,
They should have named one of the from the trilogy that came out after the first three. They should have called one of the movies The Empire Strikes. And that way when you go back and watch 4, 5, and 6, oh fuck, they hit back.
they strike back, bro.
Oh shit.
That's insane. So yeah, Trek
Is
to
this entire game in black and white?
Yes. They wanted to
Oh,
make it like
nice, man.
they wanted to make it like the cute. Wow, Kurosawa? No. Kurosawa?
Kurosawa? He was good. Katamari Damacy?
Nope. Seven Samurai. I always forget who fucking
Yoshizawa?
made it. Kurosawa.
Kazuya?
It's Kurosawa.
Oh.
That's what it reminds me immediately. Because I mean that was a style of samurai movies back in the day, right?
That was gonna be my next guess, was that.
Oh my goodness.
Looks cool, right?
Yo, he just chopped this dude leg off and then his head.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
What the heck is wrong with you?
I mean, when you're a samurai, that's something you have to be okay with doing, right?
What made that funny to me is that the way you described what happened, Randall, it sounded like you've never seen somebody cut the leg and then the head specifically. Like
Yeah.
You saw a leg and then maybe another leg or something.
It was gruesome, man.
He's never seen leg to head. He's seen leg to arm, leg to penis, leg to other leg.
It's a tricky combo.
Yeah. Leg to head? Wild. And then for movies coming out this week, we have Doctor Strange, the big one. There's some other ones on there, but not not huge. For music, we got a good list here. We got the Arcade Fire dropping an album. Hailstorm. Jack Harlow drops a new one. There's one called Pink Mountaintops. Never heard of them before, but Sharon Van Etten, Silverstein, Simple Plan, 3 Days Grace. So we have a bunch of music dropping. Doctor Strange, of course. Trek to Yomi. That is it. This has been the ADLR Podcast.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, because remember, I was just not going to add that, because by the time they listen to it, we've done it.
There's 2 episodes left.
Just keep it the same?
Ask us what we're doing.
All right. So, Randall, what are you doing this week?
I'm boycotting the end of this organization known as Split Screen Losers.
Okay. So you're not going to be on the show next week?
No, I'm. Well, yeah, I guess that what boycotting means. I didn't
Sure
think
is.
this through. Let me get back to you.
You're fake.
He's just reading chat. It wasn't him.
Oh.
Huh?
You're reading chat.
Oh.
Brian looks weird with that beard. Weird beard. Okay. Well, thank you.
All right, so he'll get back to me. Brian, what you doing this week?
I'm crying because my beard's weird. And then...
Your car's gay.
Gotta catch a break, man.
Yeah.
Are we still doing something Wednesday or no?
Yeah, if you're available. I mean, last week you had work to do, right? So I don't know if you're still good.
Yeah, I mean, new month.
Okay. Yeah.
I just had to grind out the last song I put out.
She was lit.
So yeah, Wednesday. For sure, look.
Don't. It's Wonderlands. Right? I don't think we have anything else. Oh, no, Extraction. So unless you want to do Extraction.
Can't even let me finish this. We have 2 episodes.
Oh, my
left.
bad. Go ahead.
Not a lot of things that are
Uh-huh.
certain in life, really. You know, you plan one thing. Doesn't always happen. You know, you start some things and then they end.
Yep.
But one thing I can guarantee to everybody in here is that on a Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Yeah.
we're playing some. And then on Thursday, I
Yeah.
don't think I'm doing anything. And then Friday's going to be my last stream, which is going to be the round robin for Melty Blood.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Sad.
I mean, so it's all right, Randall. You know, this is a storm before the eye of the storm, and then the storm again, and then the
That
storm will
makes
pass.
no sense.
Anywho, what was I gonna say? Oh, what I'm doing this week.
Yeah,
So,
what are you doing this week?
Tunic tomorrow.
Just bringing down the organization.
Yeah. So from the inside. Anyway, yeah, Tunic. Stream for tomorrow. Bro Up Wednesday with Wonderlands or Extraction. Most likely Wonderlands. We'll see. I don't know if we might want to like test it beforehand and decide then, because God, that Wonderlands is still not crossplay optimized or network optimized. It's just running. Who knows? And then Thursday will be. Oh, we might. So you're not doing anything Thursday.
Well, that's one of my class days.
Oh, okay. You're right. Never mind. I was gonna say swap
Wow.
because May 4th, but don't worry about it. We're gonna be celebrating May 4th the next day with Skywalker Saga on Thursday.
We can swap. If you wanna do Bro Up on Thursday, I can just work on stuff on Wednesday.
Just keep it the same. We take Wednesday, and then that's it. Friday no stream for me, but we have the Salt After Dark round robin. Godspeed. You in it, Brian, or are you just hosting it?
I'm in it.
Okay. So bring the gold. Or the platinum. You guys give out platinums?
I don't know. I did the overlay and all that. I'm just whatever happens, happens, I guess.
I think platinum should be given out to a perfect score. Like if there's someone who went undefeated, they get platinum.
Okay.
Not as a payout, so don't expect like some shit getting sent to your house with platinum.
If you get platinum, I'm sending a tomahawk to your house.
A platinum tomahawk, or
Signed by Guy Fieri.
that is quite the prize. Randall loves that.
Ooh,
Yo, what?
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I thought you were just saying who to Guy Fieri. Like, you don't know who Guy Fieri is.
Only two
Oh.
episodes left, and Randall's not listening to every word.
Yeah, he's like, that's
I'm
how he
sorry.
boycotts. He's just that's how his version of boycott. What'd you say? I heard what you said. What were you saying? Yeah, that's it. And we'll have our final episode Monday, May 9th. Jesus, how did I forget already? 8 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. I guess square's not so bad, right? You can fit
Well,
in some holes.
they say square because you're not around.
That's pretty good.
So you be there, or you're square because you're not there.
Uh-huh.
It's the bar.
Oh, okay. I like that. I honestly never knew the actual reasoning behind it. I'm just like, shit, just don't be square. That's lit. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week for the finale. Bye.